chikang paborito niyong online tambayan. Dito lang yan sa Pamantasan. Ako si Zed.
Maghahatid ka alaman ng everything you had to know. Ako si El.
Tampok ang mga nakaka-proud at huwa ng PUP yan. Saka naman si Sir Dennis.
Lahat ng latest, trending, ito sa Facebook na back. Ako naman si Pat.
At muli niyo kami makakasama dito lang sa Pinakausap-usapan sa Pamantasan. High school
Wow!
wow! Ayan. Kamusta naman kayo dyan?
Yes. Siyempre, malamig.
Daming yes, ah.
At masaya, siyempre. O, kayo ba?
Wow, sir, inspired ako. Kami naman saan? Marami kami ginagawa pag Burma.
Oh, siyempre.
Pero kinakaya, laban. Laban lang.
Tama. Marami din naman kasi tayong natututunan.
Correct.
Diba?
Naku, alam nyo, kakayanin nyo yan.
Oh.
Kasi ito nga mga student leaders natin, kinakaya.
Sino
Oo.
yan, ma'am?
Academics plus student service.
Wow,
mismo.
Pengen kami tulong.
Kilalanin natin sila sa...
Organic!
Hi schoolmates! Ako si Elijah San Fernando, ang bagong presidente ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral. Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral ang pinakamataas na student government sa PUP Main Campus. Since 1983 pa nag-e-exist ang mga student councils. Tungkulin ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral na magbigay ng mga aktibidad na maglilinang sa kagalingan at mga interes ng mga eskolar ng bayan. Bukod sa pagsusulong ng students' rights and welfare, isa sa pangunahing proyekto ngayon ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral ay ang pagpapatayo ng mga student centers, student areas, para sa mga eskolar ng bayan at mga organisasyon sa ating sintang paaralan. Pinili naming paglingkuran ang mga eskolar ng bayan sapagkat naniniwala kami na sa pamamagitan ng Konseho ng Mag-aaral ay makapagbibigay kami ng mga proyekto at aktibidad na siyang maglilinang ng kakayahan at mga interes ng mga kapwa natin eskolar ng bayan. As the highest student body in PUP Main Campus, it is our duty to uphold the rights and interests of the whole student. Dito na papasok yung buong layunin ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral bilang representante ng mas malawak na hanay ng mga eskolar ng bayan. Kami ang Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral, Certified Orgaling!
Tapak sa pagiging mabuting ehemplo para sa mga scholar ng bayan.
Tama, pero syempre, ito hindi lang basta estudyante, yung mga nagsisilbi ng mga ganyan, meron din naman tayong kilalang good example, no? Balita ko, kamustahan mo yan last time, sir.
Wow, updated ka dyan, ha?
Well, kasi may vlog ka na eh.
I know, right? Please follow Dennis Dumrique sa YouTube. Anyway.
Nag-vlog.
Pero anyway, totoo yan, ano? Isa lang naman siya sa mga pride ng PUP. At, syempre pa sa larangan din ng broadcast journalism.
Alam nyo, kilala ko yan.
Ay,
Bakit naman, ma'am?
Dating host yan ng PUP TV season.
Pinapanood ko yun.
Nandito na siya.
Siya naging bias
Sabi na nga, be.
Anyway,
Pero
sino ba yan?
nakasama natin yan si Kuya L.A.
Totoo.
Yes, true yan, Ma'am Yel. O siya, kilalanin na natin siya sa ating Sofa Session presents
L.A. Santos!
Halina't kumustahin at kilalanin ang mga nakaka-proud at huwa ng PUP alumni. Ako si Sir Dennis at ito ang Sofa Session, Scholar ng Bayan noon, Scholar para sa Bayan ngayon. Tampok sa ating unang usapan ay isang Broadcast Journalist Graduate Batch 2013, nakilala bilang isa sa mga host ng unang season ng Pinakausap-usapan sa Pamantasan. At ngayon, siya ay isa sa pinakabatang radio correspondent sa kanilang istasyon. Nagbabalita at makikibalita sa atin, please welcome L.A. Santos! Hello! Kumusta naman, Sir L.A.?
Ayun, okay pa naman at buhay na buhay pa.
Ayun, gusto ko yun. Buhay na buhay pa. Proceed, let me just say congratulations sa achievement mo, no, bilang isang broadcast journalist. So, mayroon tayong mga katanungan, Sir L.A. First question, let's start by telling your story. Ano yung mga namimiss mo sa PUP or bilang isang PUP yan?
Siyempre, Pewa!
Pewa. So aside from Pewa, ano pa yung mga namimiss mo sa PUP?
E di syempre, yung kultura natin.
Ano bang sa tingin mo yung culture ng PUP na unique na nagagamit mo ngayon sa
Aba.
iyong work?
Tinuruan tayo maging mandirigma at magtiis sa mahabang pila!
Yun, tama. Kasi
O hindi paninira yun ha?
Exactly.
Ano yun, parang...
compliment.
Oo, sa loob pa lamang ng paralan natin, tinuturuan na tayong ano, ako ano man yung mangyayari, posibilidad na mangyayari sa hinarap, nararamdaman na natin.
Correct.
Yan.
Oo. Tsaka tinuturuan tayo maging patient, diba?
Yun, So, balikan yung mga prof.
Grabe!
Pwede!
Sige nga. Paano ba? Hindi, joke lang.
Ako, personally, hindi naman ako nakaramdam talaga ng, alam mo, sama na loob. Siguro may mga prof talaga na stricto, yung terror kung tawagin.
Oo.
Pero pagka natapos yung course nyo, natapos yung subject mo na yun, ngayon nasa trabaho ka na,
Oo.
ma-realize mo na, may punto pala siya kung ba't siya ganun.
Yes, totoo. Galing. Next question naman natin. How did PUP shape you for your career?
So, round shape. Siguro tinuruan niya akong maging matapang. Yung maging matapang kapag dating sa yung realidad.
Yes.
Parang hindi ka basta susuko. Kasi sa atin, dito ang training sa atin, siguro sa College of Communication din na hindi porket wala, hindi mo nagagawin. Gagawa ka talaga ng paraan.
Parang bawal ang bumanga.
Oo, bawal lang mo. Oo. Pero dahil sa PUP, syempre natuto kang humanap ng paraan, naging resourceful ka, nahanap yung mga bagay na yan. Which is nagagamit ko siya ngayon.
Wow. Yeah, that's the true PUPian spirit, di ba? Okay. In one word, describe your PUP journey and why.
Siguro, palaban.
Palaban.
Kailangan talaga maging palaban ka sa buhay.
Yes.
Dahil hindi ka magtatagumpay kung mananatili ka lang sa isang sulok nung kung saan ka man, nasaan ka man.
And palaban, kasi talaga naman kailangan mong maging matapang dun sa
Oo.
nature ng work mo, di
Yung
ba?
PUP, kilalang palaban talaga yan.
Yes. So, you are now a junior
Radio
correspondent. Kantahan mo naman kami, Sir LA, kung ano yung mga daily routine mo, anong ginagawa mo.
Junior radio correspondent po ako sa Super Radio DCBB. Ang karaniwang beat ko, police beat. Kasi usually panggabing duty ako.
Yes.
So ang trabaho ko, ay syempre mag-report ng mga crime news. Kung ano yung mga nagaganap sa gabi. Ano yung ibig sabihin, sir, na gabi ay paro patayan? Yung mga crime news, mga police stories. Oo.
Mr. LA, last question na to. Oh my gosh. Siguro ano na lang, advice na lang pala. Okay? Ano yung mga advice mo sa mga future journalist, future broadcast journalist? Na PUP yan, ha?
Sa mga taga-COC, mga kumukuha po ng journalism, mga broadcast communication research, ituloy nyo lang yung pangarap ninyo. Tandaan nyo palagi na pagka nasa realidad na kayo, kalimutan nyo na matalino kayo. Ang pinakamahalaga ay marunong kang makisama.
Yun.
Kasi kahit gaano ka katalino, kung hindi ka marunong makisama, iiwan ka ng mga tao nasa paligid mo. Pagpatuloy mo lang yung pangarap mo, huwag kang susuko, maging matapang, at siyempre, matuto kang makisama sa taong nasa paligid mo.
Patunay si Mr. L.A. Santos na dating scholar ng bayan noon ay nagsisilbing inspirasyon at nagbibigay karangalan sa ating sintang paaralan ngayon. With that, see you next time. Ito ang Sofa Session. Maraming salamat, L.A. Santos. Nagbabalita. Dennis Lurig.
Sir, na-change ka rin. Nakadala na mag-teacher.
Sorry, nadala lang ako. Kasi
Grabe na lang.
ang galing kasi niya. Tsaka, na-realize, so, ang hirap pala. At saka nakakapagod din magbalita sa radyo.
Tama, alam mo, kailangan marami kang alam.
Oo, totoo.
Tsaka alam niyo ba, isa siya sa pinakabatang radio news anchor sa station
Wow.
niyo.
Yes, in fairness naman talaga.
Dapat so marami pa kayong aabangan sa mga susunod namin episode.
True.
O kaya kayo mga schoolmates, para maging updated sa usap-usapan, make sure na you are following your social media account.
Just search for www.facebook.com/PUPCreative and follow us on Twitter at
Tweet.
Tweet.
Ayan, don't forget to watch our previous episode.
Yes.
At ang episode na to sa ating YouTube channel. Just subscribe at PUP Creative.
Yes, schoolmates! Hanggang sa susunod na usapan dito sa pabalitan yung online tambayan. Ito ang
Pinakausap-usapan sa Pamantasan!
Ano ko sa tanong mo, sir?
Huwag kang kabahan, kayang-kaya mo to.
Pag-gising ko sa umaga, nag-uunat ako.
Ay, typical. Gusto ko marinig, paano yung pag-report ni L.A. Santos kapag
Wala.
nagbabar? Oo, syempre sample naman, di ba?
Pero gusto niya aksidente? Dennis, nakahadusay pa dito sa aking harapan. Itong isang hindi pa nakikilalang lalaki, makarang pagpaparilin ng mga hindi pa nakikilalang suspect dito sa Santa Mesa. puting lab gown, naka-itim na pantalon at napakagandang sapatos.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by the Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty members and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed to Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree No. 1341. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With a vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. PUP has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities. An enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society, with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first Polytechnic U.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6, vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10, sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. You see, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company namin. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a size of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hihirang, dulatan ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka masisingil, sa lahat tulog sa silang at sa lalim mong bahag. May ginagang tula at awit sa kulay ang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawat mo'y tagumpay na naghihiling. Ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may madilig. Lumarang araw ng 100% buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag ay makahangin, ang mga tayo ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing 2nd floor.
Good morning, Pipian! So, magandang umaga, isang magandang umaga or isang maulang umaga para sa inyong lahat. So guys, meron tayong 2 participants para sa ating para sa araw na to. So meron tayong Zoom participants, kayo yon, yung ating mga galing sa PUP branches and campuses mula sa PUP acknowledge natin, PUP Cabiao. We also do have from PUP Main. Syempre, ang ating host college is the College of Computer and Information Sciences and College of Social Science and Development. We also do have from the PUP Parañaque. Meron din tayo kanina nakita ko PUP Lopez. We also do have from PUP Mulanay, Maragondon. Ano pa? Tingnan natin. Guys, pakitype yung inyong mga branches and campuses para ma-acknowledge natin sila. So, meron din tayo coming from PUP Ragay. Oh guys, kumusta lahat kayo dyan? I hope hindi ganong kaulan sa inyo at safe kayo ngayong Holy Week. So, meron tayo from PUP Santa Rosa, PUP Unisan, PUP Cabiao. We also do have from PUP, I guess this was Maragondon, Parañaque, San Juan. So, ang dami natin ngayon guys. And well, we also do have participants sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. So guys, kung sino pang hindi naka-follow at naka-like sa page na yon, paki-like naman para at least updated tayo sa mga event ng Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. And at the same time, I hope that our office could help you in a certain or in our little way para sa inyong career development and placement. So, our office is tasked to assist students and alumni in support in the area of career development and placement and sustaining a potential employment and potential employer for our PUP-yan. So, guys, alam ko medyo ang dami nating ginagawa ngayong past days kasi kauumpisa lang ng semester, tama po ba? At saka at the same time, hindi lang kakaumpisa. Ito pa lang yung pang ilang week na ng klase na natin, so pangatlong week. So, syempre, tinitingnan pa natin kung ang mga teacher ba natin ay mababait, ang mga teacher ba natin ay masusungit, mahihigpit. Ganun ba yon? So, alam ko medyo hassle tayo ngayong panahong to. And at the same time, nasa vacation mode pa rin tayo dahil nga, una, kailangan nating magpahinga at ito lang yung break na meron tayo ngayon. So guys, let me share my screen for the virtual etiquette for this 2022 year-round career development webinar. Okay? So we do have 4 sponsors for today's event. So mamayang hapon, magkikita ulit tayo para sa ating 2 topics na i-discuss naman ng ating industry partner. Kasama na doon ang resume writing, cover letter, and interview tips. So, ang ating mga sponsor, maraming salamat po from Ecus, Foxet, Pyreto, and Terra System. So, As I said kanina, meron tayong dalawang participants for today's webinar. Meron tayong Zoom participants. Kayo yun, guys. Good morning and welcome. And thank you for taking your time off and joining this event. So, alam ko yung iba sa inyo, suki na namin sa aming career development webinar. And I hope na nakakatulong ito sa inyo. Kahit medyo limited lang yung oras, at least kahit paano may na-impart na knowledge ang mga industry partners natin sa inyo, guys. So, please remember to keep, to mute your microphone always kasi this webinar is currently on live stream. So, we'll be having a Q&A portion after the speaker or the industry speaker is done with yung topic nila. Pag tapos na sila sa topic nila, you can raise your hand para makipag-interact sa kanila. So, i-unmute namin kayo at i-open nyo na at by that time, pwede nyo nang i-open yung camera nyo. So, you can also use the Zoom chat. You can raise your question and any question will be answered after the webinar. Next one for our stream participants naman po for the PUP Career Center Facebook page participants. Welcome po sa inyong lahat. So, you may use your comment section of the PUP Career Center Facebook page for your question on our speaker. So, we will also be monitoring and including those questions in the webinar. It will be answered by our industry speaker. So guys, for everyone, make sure that you have accomplished the evaluation form that will be flashed at the Zoom chat or the comment section of our Facebook page. So your digital certificate will be released 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct to those who attended, participated, and accomplished the evaluation form given at the end of the session. Just note that this form or this link will be only accessible 6 hours after the webinar. So guys, let me share my screen para sa welcome message ni Dr. Sinaida Sarmiento, ang ina ng ating ng Vice President or our Vice President for Students Affairs and Services.
BPSAS and Director of Alumni Relations Career and Development Office, Engineer Flor Oquindo, Chief Jane Pulma and Chief Mabel Belmonte, representatives from our industry partners and participating companies, other guests, and to our dear students, a pleasant morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this career talk. This is one of the activities of the university, specifically the ARCDO, where we would like our students to know the importance of building one's career path. Our dear students, knowing and determining where you want to go and how to get there are our main goals why we have this career talk. Likewise, the university would like to help you achieve your goals in securing future jobs or internships. In this event, you will have the opportunity to meet your future employers, reputable and well-established companies or representatives who will inspire and motivate you to work hard to achieve your future goals. To our industry partners and participating companies, thank you for partnering with us and for the opportunity that you are giving our students find their employment or find a good venue for their on-the-job training. May we maintain our intensive relationship and in the process both benefit from it. Rest assured that this university will continue to be your partner in your worthy endeavors. PUP will continue to cultivate its students' potential to make them more productive with exceptional skills and know-how which are needed by your companies. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and utmost appreciation to ARCDO team, headed by AB Pisas and Director Flor Oquindo, and to all participants and sponsors who made this event a success. Again, welcome to this career talk, and may our good Lord bless us all.
Okay, so maraming salamat, Dr. Sinaida Sarmiento. So can you give Dr. Sinaida Sarmiento a virtual clap, guys? Okay, so without any further ado, guys, our first industry partner is a leading, or they are committed and cutting edge on global mobility solution, a leading market software company specializing in global mobility software, and they are award-winning in a service portfolio. To discuss about embracing creativity and innovation as professional in the industry, let's welcome Mr. Nico Arsenas, Ms. Aurora Denise Aquino Laines of Eco Software. But first, let's watch the ABP of Eco Software. Sandali lang, guys. Okay, to discuss about embracing creativity and innovation as professional of the industry, our industry sponsor is Eco Software. Let's welcome Mr. Nico Arsenas and Ms. Aurora Denise Aquino Laines. So good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning
Good
po.
morning.
Yes po.
Good morning.
Okay, ma'am, you can take away the floor na po.
Okay. I'll start sharing our presentation. Can you guys give me the rights to do that? Um, I think I need to be a host in order to share. Can you please help me with this? Okay, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start sharing our presentation for today. Hopefully everyone's awake. We're really excited to be here. It's our actually, I think this is our third time with PUP. So we're very, very thankful for the opportunity again to share about our company and to share about our topic for today, which is innovation. So as you've heard earlier, we have Nico Arcinas. He's a senior business analyst from Equus Software. He's actually a graduate from PUP, one of the branches. We'll talk about him more in a bit. And we also have Kiara Pedrajas, who is our talent acquisition specialist. Kiara, you want to talk about Equus first?
Yes. Hi, good morning, PUP. So here, maybe you are interested to know what is our company, Equus Software. Equus is the leader in cloud-based mobility solutions from move management, business traveler compliance, and more. Equus is a global mobility technology solutions company, and we work with different clients worldwide. So maybe you're wondering what is global mobility? Global mobility is the seamless operation of a company and its workforce across international borders. It involves everything and anything to do in moving an employee to one location to another. As you can see, our software is involved in relocation, tax, compensation, immigration, payroll, etc. So we have many products. So our main products is Simon Pro and Equus Pinpoint. We also have Equus Immigration, Equity Pro, and Tax Organizer. And we also have our acquired products such as GX, which is short for Global Expansion. We also have a Relo Talent and Nexus, which is a subsidiary of Equus, which is in charge of the developers are in charge of discovering new trends and new technologies. So we have a global team and we are located worldwide. So our main office is located in Denver, Colorado. We also have an office in Dallas, Texas. We also have an office in London, in Lisbon, Portugal. And here in Manila, we are located in Gateway, Cubao, Quezon City.
Thanks, Kiara, for discussing those items about Equus. So, whenever we give our presentations, we always talk about our core values. So, I want to say, dun sa mga nakapanood na ng previous presentations namin, sorry, but we have to go over this again because this is actually very important in our topic as well. So, the first one is great software fast. So, if you've seen our video presentation earlier, you know that we have more than 300 clients worldwide. And we partner with them to understand their needs and to actually come up with new features and making sure that they're getting the best value out of our products. Second is taking care of our clients. Very common to for Filipinos, right? We're very hospitable, we're very approachable. We help our clients and we take care of them. To a point that even when we have to say no, because we need to make sure that sustainable yung vision and sustainable yung solution that we're coming up for them as well. Kiara, you want to talk about Find a Way?
So in Find a Way, it means that we find a way to cater to all our customers and clients. It can mean we need to be creative and innovative on how we can do our work, like asking questions to our tenured colleagues, make use of technological tools available, or doing a research on how we can improve our processes. This core value really showcases our resourcefulness in doing our task here in Equus. And also, we have great place to work. It might be a cliche, but we really are a great place to work. This is my most favorite core value. We practice work-life balance here in Equus. We usually provide 25 vacation leaves to our employees, and we encourage them to use it within the year. We are also diverse, inclusive, and we are big on collaboration. You can talk to everyone from an analyst level up to the director level. Everyone is one chat away. We also have team events and mental health talks, and we also observe Philippine holidays.
Yan. So this is also my favorite core value. I have a few examples here. Let me just start sharing. So one of the things that we started in 2020 before the pandemic is actually Equus Give. So it's a matching program. So we choose our charitable institution that we want to support. And Equus is also matching our donations to that institution. So in 2021, we partnered with Project Pearls. Meron kaming feeding program. We also have scholars, and we have different initiatives, and we're just happy that Equus is matching our donations kasi double yung impact sa community. Kiara mentioned about team events. So obviously before the pandemic, we like seeing each other. So meron kaming mga meetings, conferences wherein people get invited. And one of my favorite events actually is our annual Denver meeting, wherein everyone is invited to go to Denver, and we see everyone face to face. But obviously because of the pandemic, things have changed, and meron kaming mga virtual events like what Kiara shared. Okay. I think that's a good introduction for Equus. This is not about Equus talaga today, but we wanted to make sure that you have at least a background of who we are and what we're all about before we start talking about our topic. So our topic today is focus on innovation. So if you were listening about our core values, medyo may idea na kayo why innovation is our topic. So it is about embracing creativity and innovation as a professional in the industry. So keep in mind, I mean, we understand that you guys are still students, so we're going to be providing tips as well for students. Para as early as now, you can, start innovating before joining the workforce. So we have our speaker for today, and I'm very, very excited. Let's interview him for a few minutes first before we get started. So, Nico, we all know that you're a senior business analyst at Echo Software, and you're an alumni of PUP. Which branch, Nico?
Hello. So, first thing, so good morning everyone. Good morning mga scholars ng bayan. So, yep, so I'm also an alumni of PUP from PUP Santa Maria, Bulacan, and one of the branches and campuses ng PUP located here in Bulacan.
Sounds good. Okay. So, parang ano to, welcome home, Nico, sa PUP.
Yes. Actually,
yeah.
yeah, sobrang iba yung feeling na ngayon bumabalik ako sa PUP. Not just a student now, but yeah, an industry leader. So yeah.
Okay, so you're a graduate of BSIT. And how did that course or how did your education before help you with your current role at Equus?
Yeah. Actually, being a senior business analyst is hindi siya dependent sa pagiging IT, because here our culture in Eco Software, may mga senior business analysts kami who are accountants, who are professional educators. But for me as an IT graduate, siguro isa sa mga highlights na masasabi ko is about being engaged with technology. So, as a senior business analyst, so meron kami mga tasks na sobrang related to technology, like doing some SQLs, doing some HTML coding. And I think that bit helps me a lot in doing some work here in Ecos. And yeah, something that I enjoyed to do right now.
Okay. And you were also a student council president and former regional officer of Anak PUP. So, kamusta experiences mo with those organizations within the PUP community?
Yeah, actually, this bit, sobrang nakakatuwa yung part na to, since, ayun, after I graduated with PUP, hindi na ako nakabalik as sa kanila. But now, here I am, I'm back with PUP, not a student leader anymore, but an industry leader that I could share my knowledge, my experiences from the industry, and my experiences from being a student leader, from being a student council president ng PUP Santa Maria. Talagang na-boost nito yung experiences ko from being a student leader. Na-boost nito yung confidence ko in talking a bunch of people and dealing with some projects processes na talagang nagagamit ko in the industry now, not just in Ecos, but in a whole broad of industry ng mga IT services, IT professionals, and etc.
Yes, very mukhang maganda yung experiences mo before, and I'm sure you're gonna be sharing more about that in your presentation. So Nico, you're currently taking up your postgraduate. It's actually a master's degree in technology management in UP Diliman, right? That's why this is
Yes.
the course that this is the presentation, the topic that you also chose.
Yes, exactly. So in this succeeding slide, so I will share to you my expertise when it comes to the innovation and technology, and this part is being tackled also on my master's degree. So I hope na makapag-share ako ng a little bit of experiences, best practices, tips na magagamit nyo, not just on being a student, but yeah, when you join the real world of the industry.
Very exciting. Nico, I'm gonna let you go over your agenda now because we're all very excited to hear about this presentation.
All right, so yeah, thank you, Dennis. So without any further ado, so I will just get started. So our agenda for today is more about dealing with innovation and creativity as a professional in the industry, and these are some of the topics that I just wanted to highlight in terms of our discussion. So yep, so meron tayong a little bit of icebreaker. I know this is very early in the morning and the weather is kind of um very calm as of today. So yeah, so let's have a little bit of icebreaker. Then after that, we will go through the creativity in forms of invention versus innovation. So I know familiar na kayo when it comes to that, but let's just incorporate it with the creativity and some experiences from the industry. Then the forms of creative innovations as of today, what are the different innovations that are surrounding us? Also, the model of innovation process as an Ecos employee, as coming from us, as a professional in the industry, and as a student like yours. So, yep, next slide, please. All right, so, yep, so as an icebreaker, so medyo blatant itong part na to, but I will call someone just to some sort of participatory kung paano tayo makipag-engage with anyone. So let me just pick someone from the attendees from today who can introduce himself or just give three main items that will introduce you. Right, so I think let's go from. Right, so I have it here from PUP Cabiao. Let's call on Jetro or Kales. If you can somehow give some 3 points about yourself. Right, so I think Jetro is kind of busy as of the moment. So let me call someone also from PUP Cabiao. Next from him, so we have Jewel Yumol. Hello, Jewel.
I guess Nico nahiya sila.
Yeah.
What are you asking from them? Is it more of an short intro lang ba? What do you want to find out? Their course maybe? They can
Yeah,
also type
mostly
in
they're
the chat, diba?
yes. So just a little bit of engagement lang. So if you can introduce yourself and what is your course right now?
Yeah, I think they can also type in the chat or they can use emojis if they want. To just show everyone they're awake and they're listening
Yes.
to us, right? Do we have anyone from PUP Santa Maria? I think that's a good branch to pick, Nico, kasi mga kaano mo, schoolmates mo talaga.
Yeah, let me find someone from PUP Santa Maria if meron tayong joiners from them. Right, I don't think so we have one.
Okay. So maybe let's go back to this in a bit.
Yeah.
Nico, I'll continue sharing. I'll resume this. So yes.
All right. So yep, so maybe balik tayo in that engagement part of icebreaker. Pero for now, let's proceed with, so we have creativity in forms of invention versus innovation. Next slide, please. Right. So before that, let's just give a quick definition on what is creativity. So according to Alexander Roser, a CEO of the Prototype company, so comes from the observing the world, interpreting it, and bringing us new concepts and idea. So aside from what we have known on the traditional definition of creativity, so nakikita natin yan when you have the skill sets on how to draw, how to derive from music, kung paano ka nagsusulat in your essays. So those are some of the traditional definitions of creativity. But right now in the industry, so we will give a deeper meaning on what is on what is creativity. And creativity is one of the observing skill from the world. So something that you can notice from specific thing. Kuwari sa tabi nyo, may nakita kayong specific thing na may isip nyo, ano yung creativity behind that? What is the purpose of that specific thing? Or ano yung reason bakit na-invent yung specific na bagay na yun? And that creativity is bringing us a new concepts of idea. So from that specific thing, nakakaisip tayo ng mga purpose, nakakaisip tayo ng mga other definitions, other reasons bakit na-invent yung ganong item. And also, creativity helps us to explore new paths, imagine new possibilities, and pursue new careers. So creativity, binibigyan tayo nito ng iba't ibang path. Like for example, in my experiences, so as an IT graduate, so yung pagtingin ko pagkatapos ko graduate is just magko-code ako, magiging programmer ako. But now I'm exploring the wide range of possibilities of being an IT graduate. So right now I'm a business analyst, so more of my task is about dealing business processes, doing some analyzations on their business requirements, and some sort of configurations that will suffice my degree. But yep, so creativity is a very, very broad definition na ang daming papasok sa possibilities sa inyo, ang daming mga opportunities, and it can also be a career na something that you can pursue once you have graduated from the college. All right, next slide, please.
Oops, Nico, sandali. Okay, there you go.
All right, so according to Schumpeter's distinction between invention and innovation, so invention is an idea, a sketch, or a model for new or improved device, product, process, or system. It has not yet entered the economic system, and most inventions never do so. So ano ba yung difference ng innovation? So, ng inventions. So invention is just like a thing na naiisip mo, for example, bago ka matulog, nakaisip ka ng bagay na, oh, this is something na magiging useful for you, for your classmates, for your colleagues, and for your university. But that something is not yet existed. So, ang invention is nagka-come up siya sa idea na hindi pa nag-exist, hindi pa na-commercialize, hindi pa napa-publicly introduce. But what is the difference of invention when it comes to the innovation? So innovation is an accomplished only within the first commercial transaction involving the new product, process, system, or device. It is part of the economic system. So from having that invention, nagkaroon ka ng mga updates, nagkaroon ka ng mga upgrades from that specific invention that you have. And na-introduce mo na sa market, na-consume na ng mga consumers mo, and it is already available publicly for the commercial use or personal use. It is already an innovation. And invention and innovation is not just a thing. It's not just a personal thing that you have just invented. It can also be a process. It can also be a new behavior na na-acquire natin, na nai-improve natin from time to time. So let's give some examples. So for example, invention. Um, Parachute, you know yung parachute, diba? So parachute is one of the invented idea before by Leonardo da Vinci. But that parachute is hindi siya nabigyan ng deeper meaning, hindi siya nabigyan ng deeper quality by the time of Leonardo da Vinci, but it was being appreciated after a few centuries. Because that time, hindi nila alam kung paano nila imamaterialize yung parachute. Hindi nila alam kung paano nila i-commercialize or kung paano nila gagamitin for the people that they have. Pero after a few centuries, doon nila na-appreciate na parachute could be helpful for them. Parachute is something na they can continuously innovate, they continuously evolve para maging mas useful for the masses. Then, how about let's give another example na existing sa atin today. Let's talk about Apple. Diba? Apple is one of the emerging technology companies today. So meron silang mga smartphones, iPhones. They also have MacBooks, iPads. But as you know, Apple is produced by two Steves that we already know, which is Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. But what are the difference between these two? So Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs are partners by that time that they introduced Apple to the public. And Steve Wozniak is someone that we can consider as the inventor of Apple. So he's the one who invented the Apple I, and Apple II na naging personal computers ng mga tao by the time that they introduced the Apple product. But Steve Jobs is a very known CEO of Apple na talagang minarket niya yung industry ng kanilang company. So Steve Jobs contributed a lot in terms of the business, in terms of the marketing, and in terms of the entrepreneurial activity of Apple company. And that's the difference between invention and innovation. So invention is something that you are dealing with, is something that you are inventing with from a scratch idea. But innovation is something that you are dealing to commercialize that invention, to upgrade that invention, and to introduce new ideas that will be beneficial for your end users or for your consumers. Next slide, please. All right, so in here, meron tayong mga deeper definitions to know what is innovation. So according to Schumpeter in 1912, so 1912 pa lang, innovation na is a thing during that era. But innovations are new combinations of producers and means of production, which includes new products, new methods of production, opening up new markets, utilization of new raw materials, or even the reorganization of the sector of the economy. So, hindi lang pala nagmamaterialize ang innovation. It's not just yung nakikita nating smartphone sa tabi nyo. It is not just innovation. Ang dami pang sakop ng innovations. Even processes in the company is also considered as an innovation. Agile methodologies, Lean Six Sigma, those are the types of innovative management style na talagang nag-exist in the industry today. And those are the different forms of innovation na matatakal natin in the succeeding slides. Also, according to Naranayan of 2001, so innovation refers to both the output and the process of arriving at a technologically feasible solution to a problem triggered by a technological opportunity or customer need. So innovation can also be a solution for us. Like for example, we have invented the wheels, the tires, diba? But you can't use the wheels and tires alone. You have to come up with an innovative solution on how you will use that specific tires and wheels. So, ano ba yung pwede natin magawa from tires and wheels? Pwede kayong gumawa ng sasakyan that will help you to carry your loads. For example, um, sa bukid, 'di ba? So we incorporate wheels na ginagamit natin para meron tayong ginagamit panghila, pangdala ng mga gamit natin, yung mga sako-sako na bigas, ng mga fertilizers na dinadala natin sa bukid. We can incorporate the innovative solution from that. So from having the wheels from having the wheels and then having the cart, diba? So that is something that we can come up from an invention and having the solution of having the innovation. Also, according to AFUA of 2004, so innovation is the use of new knowledge to offer a new product or service that customer want. It is an invention plus commercialization. This definition is one of the most used definition when it comes to the innovation as ang dami nating inventions before na hindi nabibigyan ng quality definition, na hindi nabibigyan ng importance, but today they are being appreciated, they are being monetized, they are being useful for everyone, and they have a lot of benefits from that invention before na nagmamaterialize na as of today. That is why next slide please. That is why we have come up to a formula that invention plus commercial or social adoption is equal to innovation. Because from having that innovation alone, from having that invention alone, so you hindi available siya, nagawa mo siya successfully, alam mo na magbe-benefit siya, pero hindi mo na market, hindi mo na commercialize or hindi mo na i-introduce in a public platform or na-introduce in a larger scale yung product mo. So ayaw naman natin na yung invention natin is nandito lang sa garahe natin, nandito lang sa cabinet natin. We wanted it to commercialize. We wanted this product to be beneficial for all the users that we come up to, diba? And that is why the innovation is very important to us, because we are innovating our existing inventions to be beneficial, to be publicly available for the market, for the end users, for the consumers. All right, I think let's go with the next slide. So from here, we will tackle about the different forms of creative innovations as of today. So ang daming mga innovations that are publicly available. And from here, maka-classify natin what are the different innovations. Yung keyboard ba na nasa harap ko is a form of innovation? Yung mouse ba na hawak-hawak ko right now is a form of innovation? Or yung mga smartphones na hawak-hawak nyo today is also an innovation. So ang daming series of innovations on all the things that we have right now. And lahat yan nagmamaterialize in these types of creative innovations. And ang daming papasok na forms. When we talk about a specific team, it could be available for strategy innovation on how they come up with that specific innovation. It can also be available for the product innovation since nag-improve yung specific thing na yun. So ang daming possibilities when it comes to the innovation. And these are the 7 forms of creative innovations that are categorized according to Vadim Kotelnikov. First things first, so we have strategy innovation. So strategy innovation is an innovative corporate and competitive strategies. So hindi lang pala technology nag-exist yung innovation. Even the strategies that we have in our companies, even the strategies that you have in your classroom, in your student organizations, in your student councils, that can be a form of strategy innovation. So for example, you have an existing event sa inyo sa student council, and since new term kayo, new set of officers, you wanted to come up with an innovative idea na mas masasurpass yung existing idea that you have from the previous term and you wanted to introduce something new na mas magpapa-excite sa mga students. And I think um, Denise has an example of strategy innovation from our company in Equus Software.
Um,
Denise?
we do have examples. I think si Kiara yung nag-prepare ng example for strategy innovation. Kiara, are you still there?
So yes. Okay. So when it comes to strategy innovation, probably it can mean having a holistic approach in managing technology, theoretical knowledge, current events and situations, yung mga character of the people around you to come up with new ideas for process improvement. So if we're going to relate it on corporate and timely events, I think yung best example is the pandemic na tinatawag natin for 2 years now, the new normal. So before the pandemic, the usual recruitment process for companies is we source for candidates and we invite them on site for a face-to-face interview. Because of the new normal, companies need to innovate and strategize how will they process candidates for business continuity. Of course, as a software company, Equus widely used technological tools such as Zoom so that despite the lack of face-to-face experience, the recruiter can still see the applicant, and on the part of the applicant, it will still be an engaging first-hand experience if they see the recruiter. So there.
Alright. Thank you, Kiara. So si Kiara pala nag-prefer ng example natin for this strategy innovation. But yep, so anyway, we also have another form of innovation, which is the business innovation. So business innovation, ito yung mga type of innovation na sobrang gamit na gamit when it comes to the industry. So it involves the business models, it involves the value chain management, and etc. So ang daming makikita na examples when it comes to the business innovations once you already entered the industry level. So I'm not sure if may mga ilan na nag-exist from the academic level, but this type of innovation is mostly na makikita natin on the industry. And I think, yep, si Denise na yung may example for this one.
Ako na this time, Nico. That's right.
Yes.
So for business innovation, we've mentioned earlier that we have different clients. So we try to partner with them when it comes to their needs, ano ba yung mga kailangan nila. And obviously, we also have vendors. So yung mga vendors natin, we kind of teamed up with them so that yung process ng, yung process ng pass ng data from their system to our system will be faster. So it's a strategy also, but it's also a business innovation because before we didn't have that. We call that the ecosystem product in Equus. Para imagine in your system or like let's say your software can get updated data from vendors ng real time, walang manual effort. So magandang business strategy siya, business innovation siya kasi clients will not need to look for different products to fulfill yung pangailangan nila.
All right. Thank you, Denise. That's a good example. So, yep. So sa amin sa Eco Software, so ang daming business innovations na nangyayari. So from our products, ang daming na i-introduce, ang daming na nag-upgrade, ang daming nag-update, and that is because the efforts of yung mga insights na nakukuha namin from our clients. That's how valuable yung mga feedback ng mga clients to us to come up with a business innovation that can be publicly available for all of our clients. Next, we also have another form of innovation, which is the organizational innovation. So organizational innovation is an innovative organizational structure. So nagkakaroon kayo ng mga updates, nagkakaroon kayo ng mga changes when it comes to organizational structure. And something na feeling ko magmamaterialize on the academic level as a student is joining student organizations, joining student councils, or joining some clubs that you have in your university. And alam ko, sa PUP, napakarami niyan. Napakarami mga student organizations that you can freely join. And the thing about the organizational innovation at the PUP level is nagmamatter. Ang daming changes sa mga organizational structure from time to time. pag nagkakaroon tayo ng mga um, new sets of officers, di ba? So nag introduce sila ng mga sets of committees, sets of new officers, new positions na alam nilang magmamatter, alam nilang magiging beneficial, not just for their term, not just for their organization, but for the whole scholars ng bayan. So I think Denise also have another example for this one.
Yeah, very similar to what you said. It also happens in corporate organizations. So ano ba yung reason kung bakit ka mag-join ng club sa college or sa university, right? It's because you want to specialize in something or you want to focus your efforts para gumaling dun sa thing na yun or gusto mong matuto ng thing na yun. When I was in college, I was part of the theater arts organization kasi gusto kong mag-act and I wanted to learn how to do that. Sa companies then, we also apply that. So when I joined ECOS in 2015, we didn't have different, teams or different groups at ECOS. Lahat kami client services. So wala kaming parang specialty, wala kaming specializations. Pero it's prone to, burnout if you're handling a client na 10 years na in the company. So we thought about having our implementation team, which Nico is part of, and our client solutions team, na sila naman yung mag-handle ng clients after the implementation process. With that, we were able to upskill yung mga employees, making sure that kung ano man yung kailangan nila to perform a specific role, meron sila. And hindi na masyadong magulo yung scope of work. So that's an organizational innovation. We're not only, catering to our employees by making sure that they have what they need, but we're also catering to our clients because obviously people like Nico are more specialized, they're better at what they do. They can focus on, one thing. It means clients will also get good value of our services as well.
All right. Thank you, Denise. That's a good one. So, yeah, actually, I'm part of the implementation team. So, after ng mga projects namin, pinapasa namin yan sa client solutions. And that's some sort of organizational strategy, organizational innovation na wala sila before, but right now, nag-exist na kami. And next, we also have what we call the product innovation. So product innovation is one of the most commonly known type of innovation na nakikita natin sa lahat ng levels. Mapa-academe level man yan, mapa-industry level, or even in the government. So product innovation is new or improved product or services. So you're having an innovative solution. You're coming up in an innovative product na ma-commercialize, ma-i-introduce mo on a larger scale. So product innovation is something na you can improve, you can upgrade. So for example, we have for example, in keyboards, di ba? So keyboards is just a traditional thing na, okay, nag-exist sila, nagagamit natin, nagiging helpful sa atin para makapag-come up sa mga mas mapabilis yung activities natin. But right now, there's a lot of product innovations when it comes to the keyboards. So yung mga keyboards ngayon, we also have the mechanical keyboards na if you want to add some creativity na kada pindot mo may umiilaw in that specific letter. So that's also a creativity in a form of innovation. So you are incorporating that creativity na gusto mo magkaroon ng ambience, magkaroon ng effect dun sa bawat pagpindot mo sa keyboard mo. And that's a product innovation. So you are continuously evolving, innovating that specific product para makapag-come up ka na ng another product that will be useful, that will be beneficial for your end users or your consumers. And one of the product innovation na nag-exist sa amin sa Eco Software is basically our products. So Assignment Pro Pinpoint is one of our best products in Eco Software. And these are the products na considered namin as a living software, as a living product, because it is continuously upgrading, it is continuously evolving from on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a annual basis. And nagkakaroon kami ng mga release every quarter, every month, kung ano yung mga bago sa system namin, kung ano yung mga something na pwede namin i-offer sa client namin na bago sa kanila and they haven't implemented it in their previous implementation stage before. So, ano ba yung mga kinds of product na na-introduce namin? So before we have traditional way of SQL coding. So if familiar kayo with SQLs, so something that we use to encode or feed into our databases. So right now, hindi na kami nagta-traditional coding when it comes to SQL. So in just tip of our finger sa mga buttons, we can already come up with an SQL statement na we can do in just less than 1 minute. So that's how our product is evolving from time to time. Right, next slide, please. Process innovation. So process innovation is one of the innovative skill sets na kinakailangan namin as a business analyst in Eco Software. Because as a business analyst, we are a type of employee that we are dealing with business processes, we're dealing with business analysis, and those processes is something na very important when it comes to our job. So new or improved processes and production techniques. So nagmamatter yan on how we are dealing with our clients. Because right now, katulad sa team ko, sa department ko, which is the implementation team. So we are gathering those technical requirements from our clients. We are documenting those requirements that they wanted to have in that product that we are offering to them. But some of it is out of the box. They wanted a workaround solution. They wanted some solutions na they are not exist on their previous softwares, but they wanted to come up with that solution in our software, using our softwares. And may mga changes when it comes to the processes na kailangan namin i-cater from time to time. So for example, in their ano ba yung example na pwede natin ma-incorporate with the academy? Let's for example the assignment management. So we have this module of assignment management in Assignment Pro na nagtatrack ng mga basic informations, demographic informations ng travelers namin, ng mga employees. And it is something that we can compare with the Google Forms na meron on the academic level. So we use Google Forms, diba, to gather those informations, to gather those personal details ng mga students. And may mga changes within the processes na kailangan namin i-modify, gawin namin specific for that client. And that is something that we can innovate for our clients through the process innovation. Next, we also have some technological innovation. So ito yung pinaka-best example natin or pinaka-best form of innovation. So once you have think of innovation, talagang papasok sa iyo yung technological innovation. And technological innovation is something that you can come up with a new or improved technologies. So from having that simple thing or from having that simple product, you continuously innovate it, you continuously improve its processes. That's already a technological innovation. You have added a new functionalities, you have added a new features. That's already a technological innovation. And I think ang mareremember ko na pinaka tatatak sa atin na technological innovation as of today is the Netflix. So lahat naman familiar siguro with Netflix, right? So it is a streaming platform na in just one tip of our finger makakapanood tayo ng mga movies, ng mga series. And naalala ko, I think that's early 2000 na nagrerenta pa ako ng mga CDs, ng mga Dragon Ball CDs para lang makapanood ng mga ganong movies, ng mga ganong series. And right now, lahat yon publicly available na sa YouTube, sa Netflix. And those are types of technological innovation. So nag-i-improve yung way natin kung paano natin ginagamit yung mga specific technologies. And kung gagamitin natin yung same example na yun, naalala niyo yung mga tape recorder before? Yung mga may black tape na minsan tinatanggal natin at pinaglalaroan natin ng mga bata tayo. So those are the early inventions on how we store videos, how we store music sa isang specific device. But ngayon nagkaroon ng improvements. Ngayon nasisave na siya sa mga compact disc. So something na napaka very handy to carry on, na nakakapag-save tayo in a much more bigger storage. Pero right now we don't have those specific devices. Wala na tayo ng mga visible devices na yun, and everything is being stored in a cloud-based storage. Diba? Yung mga musics natin, lahat ngayon naka-stored na on the YouTube Music, stored in the Spotify. Yung mga videos natin, yung mga movies natin, stored na siya sa Netflix, di ba? And YouTube, di ba? So those are the type of technological innovation na akala mo simple lang siya na nag-upgrade, but there's a science, there's a specific strategies, processes, technological innovations behind. Next, we also have marketing innovation. So hindi lang pala yung product natin yung nag-evolve, di ba? Nag-evolve din kung paano natin binamarket yung mga products na yun. Kung paano natin binebenta yung product. So kung maaalala natin before, yung marketing natin is simple na ipapalabas mo sa TV. Nung wala pa nga TV, nag-house to house, di ba? Nag-house to house ng marketing. But right now, yung marketing natin is already in the form of social media. It's already in the form of the commercialized videos sa TV, sa televisions na mapapanood natin from time to time. And even sa mga simple conversations natin on our friends, on our group of colleagues or friends, that's already a form of marketing innovation eh. So nag-i-evolve kung paano natin minamarket yung product natin. Nag-i-evolve kung paano natin kinukwento, kung paano natin binebenta yung specific product para ma-monetize din ng ibang parties. And I think Kiara has an example of marketing innovation from our industry.
Yes. Hello, Nico. Okay. So to attract customer and clients, we must know what are the current needs and demands of the market. So example, in Equa software was made clearly to cater to the global mobility industry, to help manage the details involved in the relocation and reassignment of employees. So if you're going to relate again it to the pandemic, because of the new normal, Equus needs to adapt and innovate ways when it comes to their marketing strategies. So to showcase our products, we usually have an international virtual events, and we also have newsletters sent by email to talk about Equus products and our people. And we usually come up with a presentation. We also use applicant tracking systems and networking sites such as LinkedIn to announce our current vacancies. So there.
All right, thank you, Kiara. So next slide, please. All right, so right now, so we will classify the different technological innovations surrounding us. Ano ba yung mga technological innovations na makikita natin in this 22nd century? And ano ba yung mga innovations na makikita natin sa mga nakapaligid sa atin? Yung bang electric pan na nasa tabi ko is just a form of innovation? So meron ba siyang pinagmulan? Yung mga nakikita natin from social media, from Facebook, Twitter, even on TikTok, yung mga new improved ways of technologies today. So those are some of the technological innovations na surrounding us, na napapaligiran tayo. And from this video, from the next slide, so we will show to you the different forms of innovations na nagmamatter and talagang famous as of today.
Yeah, Nico, i-update ko lang so I'm also sharing my audio for the video.
All right. Thank you, Denise.
No problem. I think we only have a few minutes left though. So I'm gonna play this.
Now that we're 2/3 of the way through 2020, we thought it was about time to make a video about the future. Until recently, they used to make science fiction movies about the year we are in now. Movies with robots and flying cars. Okay, they didn't predict coronavirus, but neither did any of us. Anyway, we figured you've had enough of hearing about the coronavirus right now, so we thought we'd stick to the robots and flying cars. And other mind-blowing technologies that are already changing the world, or about to change it. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. First up, number 1, artificial intelligence. Yep, we promised we'd give you robots, and we don't like to disappoint. The robots we're talking about don't look like the ones from Star Wars. Lots of them, like Alexa and Siri, you can't even see because they're a computer program. What makes them robots is the fact they can take data, analyze it, and learn from it, and keep on getting more intelligent. Or the ones on Google and Facebook that figure out what ads they should make pop up on your screen. And for when you actually leave your living room, robots are already helping us build stuff in factories, analyze financial reports, act as virtual nurses for patients. In the future, we could be talking about robots we have in our houses that will be able to cook for us, do all kinds of boring jobs. And outside of our houses, doing dangerous ones like fighting fires or picking up radioactive waste. And a whole load of other things we'll get into later in the video. That's because AI is already combining with pretty much every recent technology, and it's only going to keep on doing that. Number 2, brain-computer interfaces. Imagine being able to control a computer mouse and a keyboard or a drone with not a set of controls, but just by thinking about it, or hearing music not from speakers, but that's being streamed straight into your brain. Maybe that thought blows your mind, or perhaps it even creeps you out. Either way, it's already being developed and it's coming soon. And leading the way is Elon Musk's company Neuralink, which is looking at ways to implant a chip into your brain that will be able to communicate with computers. And just in case you thought we made the thing up about streaming music directly to your brain, that actually came from a tweet on Elon Musk's Twitter feed. If the thought creeps you out a bit, you're not alone, but the idea behind it is to help humans compete with super intelligent robots, and it also aims to cure disorders like depression and addiction by rewiring brain patterns. Number 3, 3D printing. But Alux, this is old news. Well, yes, but it's about to go to a whole new level. Of course, we're not just talking about those craft videos that come up on your Facebook feed with decorations people have made with 3D printing. 3D printing fashion accessories, even car parts, is kinda old school now. More cutting edge are 3D printed organs that use patient cells, which will mean they don't have to wait for an organ donor. In China, they've 3D printed an entire apartment block, and the future of 3D printed buildings could bring down the price of housing and solve the problem of homelessness. Also, 3D printed rockets could be on the way too. NASA's already made a 3D printed rocket injector, and a California-based company, Relativity Space, aims to make the first fully 3D printed space rockets for a fraction of what they cost now. And by throwing a bit of AI into the mix, the technology will be able to detect faults in the design and improve on them. But they're not there yet. First, they need to figure out how to 3D print something that's 100 feet tall and out of a material that can withstand the temperatures of takeoff. Number 4, living robots. Next, a completely different kind of robot. No, not one that's so cute it makes you think it's alive. If you remember Tamagotchis, we're not talking about those. These so-called living robots are made of a real living tissue and could revolutionize medicine. Scientists have taken stem cells from frogs, and they've used computer programs to assemble them into blobs, about 1 millimeter in diameter. They're not robots as we know them, and even though they come from living tissue, they're not classed as animals either. They're tiny, programmable organisms that can move independently and can even work together as a team. They might even be able to self-heal their wounds, remove plaque from human arteries, or take medicine into patients' bodies. It's fascinating stuff. Number 5, augmented reality. If you've played Pokemon Go, you've already used AR, but chasing Pokemon is just the tip of the iceberg with this exciting technology, and the boundaries are just going to keep growing. Overlaying digital images onto real life backgrounds could have all kinds of applications in the future, like AR manuals. Think of the last time you had to fix a car engine but weren't sure what you had to do. Forget looking for a tutorial on YouTube. Soon enough, you might be able to put on a pair of AR glasses or contact lenses and then look at the engine. With the help of a bit of AI, the software will analyze the problem and then show you exactly what you have to do, and then give you feedback on whether you're doing it right. How about a city guide that doesn't just show you the best restaurants and nightlife on a map, but will point it out to you in real time with menus and reviews appearing next to them? And instead of seeing advertising billboards in the city, your AR glasses will show you virtual adverts tailored for you, which means it's got big potential for advertising as well. Or what about doing some online shopping for clothes and see yourself wearing them, even though you've never been anywhere near them? Getting a preview of how furniture will look in your room, even though it's still in the warehouse, or conference calling someone on the other side of the world and having them appear on your couch. And these are just a few things AR could be bringing to us soon. Number 6. Tactile virtual reality. For any gamers out there, you'll know when you get hit in a game and you feel a dull thud from your control panel. That is this concept, tactile or haptic feedback, but it's about to be taken to a whole new level. Imagine the same idea but in a bodysuit with sense transmitters all over it. It'll mean that your VR experience lets you feel the experience, as well as see and hear it. Bodysuits like these that let you feel as well as see and hear virtual worlds are already on the market, and they have uses in sports training, rehabilitation, and gaming too. The technology is also being tested for training surgeons. In simulation programs for practicing complicated surgery, it helps to be able to feel resistance of body tissues when they're being cut into or sewn. Programs that can do this make the training more realistic and are already in development. Number 7. Self-driving vehicles. Yes, thanks to Tesla, self-driving vehicles are already on the market, but what's being done so far is only the tip of the iceberg. For Tesla and other companies, the goal is level 5 automation. That means there's no steering wheel or pedals. The passenger just inputs where they want to go, and the car does all the work. That means we could be looking at a future where most people don't own a car. Instead, there are just fleets of self-driving vehicles on the road, which you just jump into and enjoy the ride. Not so great if you love being behind the wheel yourself, but it promises to reduce congestion and pollution, and it could make parking lots obsolete and free up that space for other uses. And speaking of self-driving vehicles, why stop at cars? In Dubai, the world's first autonomous drone taxi. The company that's developing them, Volocopter, aims to launch them by 2023, and they estimate that by 2030, a quarter of journeys in Dubai will be done by drone taxi.
All right. So I think just given the interest of time, so we will cut off the video and proceed with our few slides na pa-end na rin. So yep, so I think Dennis is still setting up that one. But our next topic that we wanted to show is about relating the model of innovation process. So in handling innovation, there's also a method that we are following. So this is one of the most commonly known method on how we interact, how we come up, or how we invent a specific invention that will be our innovation solution. So next slide, please. All right, so this one is one of the most commonly known innovation model. So we are driving here the different steps on what could be our clear innovation strategy, and if this innovation is already existing in this organization. So first things first, so we have to search. We have to search on how we can find an opportunities for an innovation. So we have to come up with a specific idea na alam natin magmamatter, na alam natin magiging opportunity for our specific innovation. And after we have come up to that idea na alam natin na magiging beneficial for everyone is we have to select on what are we going to do and why. Ano yung mga next steps natin? Ano yung mga steps na kailangan natin i-take into account para mag-materialize yung innovation natin, para maging profitable, para maging beneficial for everyone. And that's something that we have to come up and we have to um, decide on what would be our gains, what would be our benefit from that specific innovation. And after that, we have to implement. We have to implement on how are we going to make this happen. So, ayaw naman natin na yung idea natin, yung innovation idea natin is just like, it's just that an idea na hindi na natin isa sa katuparan, hindi na natin mamamaterialize. And that's something that we need to take into account. So it is an important step that all ideas that we have for that specific innovation should be materialized para para ma-introduce natin to on a larger scale, mas ma-introduce natin on the market and maging profitable for us. And that's something that we have to achieve in implementing that upgrade in that specific innovation. Next, and not but the least, is to capture how are we going to get the benefits from it. Diba? So, lagi kong sinasabi yung benefits, yung beneficial na makukuha natin in the innovation, because that's the reason why we are upgrading our systems. That's the reason why we are updating our processes. It is because we have to come up with this solution. We have to come up we have to come up on a benefit na makukuha natin from that specific innovation. Hindi naman pwede na innovate tayo ng innovate pero wala tayong nagiging gains from that, di ba? Wala tayong nakukuhang benefits from that. And that's something na kailangan kasama sa ating strategies, kailangan kasama sa ating planning on what are the different gains, what are the different benefits na makukuha natin from that innovation. And siguro magbigay lang ako ng mga quick example given that we have a limited time. So from us in Echo Software, so one of the innovations na talagang ginagawa namin is to do some workarounds for our clients. So some of our clients, meron silang mga requests na hindi kaya given the capabilities of our product. Hindi siya pwede because hindi siya nag-fit on our products, but we are introducing some kind of workaround solutions for them. So it is not the specific thing that they are expecting, but it is a specific process. It is a specific solution na mare-replace yung kanilang old process and something that mas magiging sila ng benefits. So for example, they have a specific request na ang daming processes, ang daming dapat pagdaanan. Pero during our planning, during our strategizing on that specific workaround solution, nakita namin na from this solution, mas malelesen yung mga manual practices nila, mas malelesen and yung mga processes that they have to take on. So yun yung mga kind of solutions that we are offering to our clients to come up with different innovative solutions na pwede namin ibigay sa kanila. Also in the IT industry. So IT industry is a very broad industry, di ba? And there's a lot of diverse technologies na available already. So given the industry itself sa IT, from time to time nag-evolve yung mga technologies, from time to time nag-evolve yung mga products. Let's take on the smartphones, di ba? So smartphones before ginagamit lang yan for calls, for text, pero right now nagagamit na natin yan to attend our classes, to join our meetings, di ba? Nagagamit na natin yan for our photography, for our videography. So nandami ng purpose, ang dami ng functions, features ng smartphones compared to what they have invented before, na just for text and messages solely. From the academe level, so I think one of the biggest innovation from this one is the hybrid setup of classes, diba? So from before, nung wala pang pandemic, Lahat required pumasok sa klase. Lahat required magpakita sa klase para masabing pumasok ka, para masabing nag-aaral ka, di ba? But right now, di ba, given the challenges of pandemic, nakapag-come up tayo sa idea na hybrid setup of classes is already a thing. It's already that something that we can introduce sa atin. And I think sa amin, sa masters in UPD, so they are thinking of na magkaroon na kami ng full hybrid setup of classes. And that's something na innovative, na na-innovate natin from the challenges that we have in the pandemic. And yep, I think that's already the end of our presentation. So we have already come up in the different forms of innovation on how we will incorporate the creativity in innovation, and yun yung mga bagay na makikita nyo from time to time surrounding you. And something na siguro may iwan lang namin is that creativity is thinking up new things. Nag-iisip ka ng mga panibagong bagay, panibagong ideas, but innovation is doing things. It's innovation is something that you are materializing that idea, that solution that you have come up, and that's the creativity in innovation. So always drive for creativity in all forms of your innovative solutions that you have come up, in all ideas that you have. And yep, just feel free to innovate something that will be beneficial in the future for us in the future. And yep, so without any further ado, so that's the end of our presentation. So from us and Echo Software, in behalf of Denise and Kiara, thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you so much for listening to the inputs that we can share to you from our experiences in the industry as a as one of the emerging companies that offers technology solutions in the global mobility industry. And yep, thank you everyone, and thank you for attending this one. Right,
Okay,
so
maraming salamat Sir Nico. Maraming salamat Miss Kiara or Miss Denise. So guys, may tanong po ba tayo para kay Sir Nico? So sir, mga first year and second year pa lang po ito. So ang tanong po malamang nila is OJT. Tumatanggap po ba ang ECUS ng OJT?
yeah,
On-the-job training, yes. Opo.
yes. I think si Denise and Kiara ang makakasagot ng thing na yan from the management ng Echo Software.
And good to see you from PUP Santa Maria ka po. Kaya lang, walang taga PUP Santa Maria, no?
Yes.
Anong year graduate ka, sir? Would you mind? And
yes, from batch 2019 ako.
wow. So, mga
So, 3
batang-bata
years.
pa. Okay. So, guys, may tanong po ba tayo? Can you give a virtual clap to Sir Nico? Or a heart emoticons, guys? Pa-heart naman. Okay. So, thank you guys. Maraming salamat, sir. Maraming na nag-heart. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you po. At maraming salamat, Ekus, Miss Kiara, Miss Denise. Pwede po bang masagot yung tanong ko kanina?
Hi, this is Kiara. I'm part of the talent team of ECOWAS. So for now, di kami tumatanggap ng OJT, but then for example, bago kayo gumraduate and you have a very good credentials and records, or you have the skills, you may apply for the business analyst position, and then right after graduation, we could process your application and you could be hired in their company.
Okay. So guys, wala pa raw sila ngayong OJT. So malay natin, in the near future, meron na. So guys, kung gusto nyo mag-apply, the link for application for their jobs or for their jobs opening is posted sa Zoom chat natin. Or ma'am, pwede po bang pakibanggit live para po naman sa stream participants natin? Ma'am Denise, yung email nyo? Or yung company email po. So, pwede silang mag-inquire. So where they can send their resume, their application form, and their cover letter, etc. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think, sorry, I was on mute. Kiara just shared the link. It's apply.workable dot eco software. So we'll just also share sa Facebook din kasi mahaba yung link niya eh. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po, pinaano ko lang po, pina-spell out para po at least yung pong ating naka-stream participants, pwede po nilang i-take down note agad at pwede nilang i-search sa search engine. Maraming salamat, Sir Nico, Miss Kiara, and Miss Denise and Ekos. Thank you for participating and imparting imparting your knowledge and expertise on our PUPian, our Kaisko and Kaiska. Maraming salamat, Sir Nico, and I know that PUP Santa Maria is proud of you now. So, baka sir sa susunod makita namin kayo dun sa mga career development webinar naman ng PUP Santa Maria. Okay, so ma'am, thank you po. And so wala na po bang tanong? Okay, can you give or can you type 1 if wala na kayong tanong at malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw ang discussion ni Sir Nico? Okay guys, waiting. Ayan, sir. Gising na gising sila. Nakikita nyo, di ba? Okay. So, guys, maraming salamat. And Echo Software, maraming salamat. And I hope to see you again. We'll be having our event again on the 28th and the 27th for the graduating students. Okay? Maraming salamat po. And thank you, Echo Software. And I hope to see you again next time. So, our next speaker naman po is an IT consulting, wait lang po is also an IT consulting firm or industry that provides system integration, project management, analysis and design specification, programming and implementation. So let's welcome Terra Systems. So by the way, before anything else, before I introduce you dun sa ating industry speaker, let's watch the ABP of Terra System. Okay, to discuss about resume writing, cover letter, and interview tips, let's welcome Miss Maria Regina Parolan, HR Officer of Terra System. Ma'am Reg, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Are you still alive and kicking? Because it's a holiday tomorrow and Friday. Can I see a number 18 if you can hear me clearly? So I am looking at 157 participants. Good morning. Okay, awesome. And I will be sharing my screen now. Let me see at 22. If you can see my screen. 22. Cool. Thank you so much for inviting us once again. And what are the courses of our audience today? Can you type in the chat box your course? BSBA, BED, BSOA, BSIT. All right, a lot. We are very diversified. Thank you so much. So I hope that you will get a lot of information this morning from what I am going to share. Okay, so how prepared are you right now for your next step, for the next step in your future? How many of you have already thought about their dream job? Like, this is what I really want to be. I am really sure. Eto talagang nasa puso ko. Or are you the one, pwede na rin dito? Or subukan ko rin ito? Eto yung natapos ko, but then, baka pwede naman ako dito? Or are you also the one who says, as long as I have a job, importante ang laman ng ating wallet, ang sweldo. So I'm not, you know yourself better right now. I hope you are in the number one spot with I am sure this is what I want. But it's not really, it's really expected that at this point, you are very overwhelmed with all that is happening to you. Next, how prepared are you when it comes to your resume? Does your resume look like this? Does it show what you can offer? Does it show what makes you stand out? Does it show your selling points? Okay? Baka naman ang laman ng resume ninyo ay ang mga personal information ninyo o kaya yung mga seminars na inatenan ninyo or organizations. Baka nasa second page ang inyong mga credentials, ang inyong achievements, ang inyong projects. Okay? So, tignan ninyong mabuti. Look at your resume right now. And if it doesn't look like this, then send me an email. Pwede na usap tayo, kaibigan. Usap tayo tungkol sa inyong resume. Kung paano natin mapapalakas yan. Now, your resume must show your technical aptitude. I think we have other courses here, like we have accountancy, management. So in your technical aptitude, you can put there your proficiencies, like, let's say, balance sheet, or a profit and loss statement. Sa management naman, ano ba yung mga technical proficiencies na dapat na alam ng isang management na graduate? Diba? Meron din sa mga architecture or engineering. You know what is the technical aptitude or the technical skill set that you must know as a new graduate. Ito yung sinasabi nating basic, no? Basic knowledge na dapat kahit new graduate ka, alam mo. Okay? Now, there are those who would say, hindi po kasi ako magaling doon. Hindi po ako familiar. Basic lang ang alam ko. Still, put it there in your resume. Diyan sa taas ng page. Okay? So, first page po tayo, ha? First page. Why? Because when HR or when whoever is reviewing the resume, ganito yan eh. Si manager would tell us, HR, we need additional manpower. These are the skill sets that they must have. So let's say they give 10 skill sets. So us as HR, the HR officer will review now the resumes. Ang una namin titignan ay hindi yung seminars nyo. We will not be looking at your personal info, yung age, gender, birth date. We will not be looking at that. Ang una namin titingnan ay yung skill set ninyo. All right? So your skill set would be check, 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 check. So now we compare two resumes. Ay, ito, mas marami siyang skill set. I-prioritize natin siya. Kasi mas marami siyang skill set. Okay? So, ganun yung nangyayari. Your resume is the first impression that you will give to the company. Remember, hindi namin kayo makikita in person kaagad, di ba? It's not like magmi-meet tayo personally sa Facebook o kaya sa McDonald's, sa mga gutom na dyan, hindi pa nag-breakfast, okay? We won't be doing that. The first impression you will give us will be your resume. Okay? So, if on the first page we do not see what you have to offer, then you might miss the opportunity. Okay? So, right now, make a list already. I hope after this, make a list of your technical aptitude or your managerial skill set or your functional aptitude. Yan. Make a list of it. Ano ba yung mga alam niyo? And then categorize it. Okay? But before that, let's go first to the top of your resume. All right. Now, how many of you have placed their complete address sa kanilang resume? Can we see number 3? Ilan sa inyo? Aminin. All right. So for your complete home address, do not put your complete home address. Just put your barangay probably and the street or the city that you are in. And how many of you have a professional or have a professional resume? Meaning, as much as possible, we would advise you not to use your personal email for your application. You may create an email that will make you, that is professional, that is evident of your name. Preferably avoid your initials, because when companies are looking at email addresses and phone numbers, and ang hirap i-connect yung email ninyo sa pangalan, may times if the officer is already looking at 100 or 50 or 100 resumes, there could be a chance that your your email address will be missed out kasi hindi kilala yung email address ninyo. Okay? Baka naman ang ilagay ninyo dyan, I am star. I am star. This is me. Ayan, parang mahirap yon. This is me sa pangalan mo. So, parang mahirap ata yun. Okay? And then, of course, your email addresses or your must be professional. Right? And then your phone number. Marami akong na-review na resume, kulang ng 1 digit ang kanilang contact number. So, sayang ang opportunity. Tapos ang email nyo nag-bounce back pa. Okay? Kasi kulang na 1 letter or may maling 1 letter. Be careful about that. All right, next, education. For your education, you put in there, of course, your school, but no need to put the complete address. And then, if you have scholarships or competitions wherein you were successful, or if you have Latin honors or Dean's Lister or your GY, if it's 2 and up, why not put it there? Okay, those are good credentials for you pagdating sa education. Do not put already your elementary and high school because these are not relevant. Leave more space for more messages. Leave space for more messages or for more important information. Yan. So, si elementary and high school, sure naman na nag-graduate kayo nun, di ba? Kaya kayo nakarating ng college. So, for the resume, no need to put that. All right? Next, academic projects. May I call on one of the participants to talk about, if my question will be, talk about your significant academic project. Okay, so let me start. Because I am a BTS fan, I'll start with letter B. Let's go with Gian Bautista. Hi, Gian. Are you ready? No need to open your camera. Hi, Gian. Are you ready to answer my question? Gian? Parang nahihiya si Gian. Gian Bautista. Okay, let's go with Bianca. Bianca? Bianca? Hello? All right. Nahihiya din si Bianca. Sige, later na lang. So when it comes to your academic projects, the question here is that, are you ready to talk about your academic projects? You have to put in your significant academic projects like what? Your thesis. Importante yung thesis, ilagay ninyo. Your academic projects for the past recent 2 years. Wag na yung way back 2016, 2018, 2017, wag na yon. Yung 2020, 21, 22, if you have projects for those years, put it in your academic projects. Now, when you write down your academic projects, you have to put in your role and then what is it all about, and then the tools that you use, if any, if applicable. I'm not sure for those engineering, management, or accountancy, kung ano yung klaseng thesis or academic projects nila or sa education, but I hope you put it still because your projects are very important. They show us what you have done or how you have applied your learnings for the past 4 years of college, 4 or 5 years of college, okay? And then next will be internship. Okay, so how many of you have completed their internship? Can I see a number 5 on the chat box? Okay, isa pa lang nag-internship sa lahat ng ano? Sa lahat ng ilan bang participants natin ngayon? Isa pa lang nag-internship, dalawa sa 157 participants, dalawa pa lang nag-internship. Okay. Ongoing. Okay. Ayan. Akala ko kasi hindi nyo na ako naririnig, wala akong nakikitang reaction. All right, for those who are undergoing internship or for everyone, no? When you are kulang pa ng 300 hours, okay, gagawin natin na pa. Unfortunately, wala kami internship, pero sana makahanap kayo at makumpleto niyo ang 300 hours niyo. Okay, so for your internship, what you should take note of will be the significant tasks you were a part of or the project. Pwede niyo namang i-mention yung project. What is it all about? Tapos ano yung contribution nyo? Yung iba kasi ang nilalagay lang nila, yes? Yung iba kasi ang linalagay lang nila sa internship is responsible for. Wag yung mga responsible for, okay? You put in kung ano talaga yung task na ginawa ninyo. And then yung tools ninyo. Okay? Yan ang dapat ninyong ilagay. Alright? So, these are the four important information that you should be putting on the first page of your resume. Okay, so, tignan natin ang census. Ilan sa inyo ang ganito ang resume? Can I see number 13? So, ilan sa inyo ang ganito ang resume? Wow, very good. Si Vince. Si Angelo. Okay. Good job. Patingin na. Ayan. So, 3 pa lang out of 100 plus. Di bale. Usap tayo. Send me your resume for free resume advice and mock interview. Email it to terrasystemhrd@gmail.com. Regardless of your course, feel free to send in your email and then I will give you a personalized resume advice. Okay. Next. How many of you have already attended an interview, a formal interview? So let's see number 6 on the chat box, in the chat box. Number 6. Okay, marami na. Alright. So let's get an example sa mga nag-answer ng number 6. Are you ready? Pwede bang humingi na lang ng volunteer bago ako tumawag? Kasi baka mamaya wala na naman gustong sumagot. Sa mga nag-answer ng number 6, sino gusto mag-volunteer? Mag-practice tayo ng isa. Hello? Wala? Okay, so pwede na lang tumawag. Can we call on Rain? Rain Angelo. I like the name. Beautiful
Hello
name.
po.
Hi, Rain Angelo. Kumusta? What's your course?
BSIT.
BS?
BSIT.
IT. Oh,
Yes po.
is this the course that you really wanted?
Yes po.
Okay. So, why did you take up IT?
I've been programming po for 5 years na po. Then, nakapag-summer job na rin po ako during junior high school po.
So, that's what motivated you
Yes po.
to take up IT. Okay. So, can you talk about your thesis or a project, a capstone or thesis or any IT project that is very significant?
Yung pinaka very significant project ko po is probably yung dog registration program po na ginawa po namin nung senior high school for barangay po.
Okay.
Ano po siya, parang dog registration system kung saan po i-register po ng mga dog owners yung mga pet nila para po magkaroon po ng database yung barangay para malaman po kung sino po yung mga dog owners, tapos kung ano yung mga pet na meron sila, and kung sino po yung vaccinated, neutered, or spayed po sa mga dog, sa mga dog na meron po sa may database nila.
Okay.
Then probably yung another significant po is yung e-commerce po nung ginawa ko po nung way back in junior high school po for my summer job po. Yan lang.
Okay. Well done, Rain. Thank you. Let's give a clap naman. Virtual clap for Rain. Thank you, Rain. All right. So when you explain your capstone or your project, all right, so it's a good thing you gave a description of what is it all about, the way Rain has explained it. Now, to make it stronger, to make it more catching, you have to mention what was your role in the project. Okay, you can mention I was the lead programmer, I was in charge of the database, I was in charge of this, I collaborated with, like this. So you have to make sure to mention your role in the project. And then second information that's very important, mention the tools that you use during the creation of the development of the project. So you can mention that the feature had a record of pets for of the barangay. So I use, let's say, SQL database. I'm not really sure. I'm not a technical person, but I use this database, blank database to store all the information. I use PHP. I use Java. I use Kotlin. I use Swift. I use Objective-C. So mention the tools that you use in developing your project. Those are very critical information. Okay, well done, Rain. All right, so when you talk about your interview, there are a lot of those who forget their projects, how to talk about their projects. Meron pa yung sumagot sa amin ng, ay, hindi ko rin po sure kasi matagal na po yun. Or may sumagot ng, hindi po kasi ako ang gumawa niyan. All right. These are very unacceptable responses. Why? Because it's your project. You're supposed to be a part of your project. You should know everything about your project. Kahit hindi ka ang gumawa niyan, you should at least know how it works. How was it developed? So instead of saying, hindi ko po alam kasi hindi po ako nag-create yan, why don't you say, I wasn't the one who created that, but it works this way. Hindi po ako ang gumawa, pero ganito po siya gumagana. All right? Or I wasn't in charge of that, but this is how it works. This is how it goes. All right? Give an answer that you know the project. So review your relevant projects, because that will also be important with the question, what is an accomplishment that you are proud of today? You can talk about your project there, right? So for this kind of information, you have to be prepared. Review your previous projects. What was your role in it? Hindi naman siguro kayo yung taga-bili ng kape or taga-luto ng pansit canton. Hindi naman siguro, di ba? So, make sure that you know how to talk about it. Okay? Next is when you will be asked to talk about your strength. Okay. Again, I am sorry. Let's go with the chat box again. Let's ask an example from any volunteer? Wala? Walang gusto? Sige, dito tayo sa let's call on a lady. Angel Joyce. Can we try with Angel Joyce?
Hello po.
Hi, Angel. What is your course?
Mechanical engineering po.
Oh, mechanical engineering. So why mechanical engineering? I admire really ladies who go into engineering, because engineering before was a man's world. Now more, the population was more on men. So very admirable for women who enter into engineering. So why mechanical engineering?
Before po kasi, since we are an advocate for women empowerment, I wanted also to go out of my comfort zone and also to push or to, what do you call this one? To bring my advocacy kahit sa field ng isang patriarchal industry.
Mm-hmm. And so far, have you did you make the right decision?
Siguro yes naman po.
Okay, so Angel, if I'm going to ask you, what makes you stand out? Out of all the candidates here with us today, Angel, why should I choose you?
I think I believe that every one of us here are what do you call this one? Every one of us here are qualified, but the thing that makes me stand out is that I'm a team player. I'm a leader. I know how to balance my things, and I know how to what do you call it? I'm sorry po, naglo-load na kakagising.
It's okay, loading. It happens to everyone.
Ayun po. And I know how to manage my time and also to learn along the process. And I think that is one of the biggest assets that you are looking for as an employee on your company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well done, Angel. I will definitely consider you. All right. So thank you. Let's give a virtual clap for Angel, please. It's not easy to be on the spot. So let's give a virtual clap for Angel. Thank you, Angel. All right. So my advice to you guys, when you will be asked about your strengths, what makes you stand out, why should I hire you? The key here is know yourself. What are your selling points? And you will be able to answer that question. So Angel knows very well what makes her stand out, what makes her different. So let's make her answer stronger. How are we going to make her answer stand out? How are we going to make her answer pop? Like, K-pop. Pop to the interviewer. All right. First is you have to mention your specific instances wherein you will show or you can prove that you are this or that you have this, that you are a team player, that you have time management skills, that you are adaptive, that you are a fast learner. Give examples of your strengths or what makes you stand out. Okay? So if you're going, let's say, I believe that one of my what makes me stand out is my is being a team player. During our thesis, we were composed of members from different sections. And at that time, we had different personalities. And I managed to adjust or to adapt to the different personalities. And although we had problems, we managed to handle this, right? So that's your example of being a team player. How can you show that you have time management skills? When I was, one of my strengths or what makes me stand out would be my ability to manage my time wisely. When I was still studying, I was also a student leader. At the same time, I was a working student. It was very difficult because I had to wake up early to go to my job, and then I have to make sure that my assignments and my school requirements are done, because right after my job, I go directly to school. So what do you show there? You show you have your time management skill. You also show that you are determined. You are a determined person. You also show that you are adaptable. So in one example, you can show a lot already of what makes you stand out, right? And then you segue it to the company. And as a part of your team, I know that because my time management skills have improved during my college years, I am sure that as a member of your team, if you'll be having different deadlines and priorities, I know that I will be able to manage it very well. So that's how you will make your answer stronger. That's how you will make your answer stand out from the rest of the applicants. Remember, you will be up against thousands of applicants, right? For one position or 2 or 3 vacancies, there will be 50 to 100 applicants. So what will make you stand out aside from your credentials, from your technical aptitude, your interview? Okay, your interview will make you stand out if you are able to sell or to present what the company can get from you. Okay? All right. So for if you have other questions about mock interviews or interviews, again, send me an email. Let's talk. Let's practice. All right. Next, technical exam. Are you prepared for the technical exam? I'm sorry, this technical exam is for those in IT because it was a pattern for that. I wasn't expecting really to have other courses. My bad. I'm sorry. Please understand. But for those in IT, CSIT, ilan ba out of the 145 participants, how many are in CSIT or IT related courses? Can I see number 2? 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, PUP Santa Rosa. I'm from San Pedro. Hello, PUP Santa Rosa. Alright. So, marami-rami na rin ang mga IT. Okay. So, sa mga technical exams. I think for accounting, I'm not sure what kind of exams you will be having. But based on my accountant, based on our accountant, she said that during her time, a few years ago, she was asked they gave her a problem using balance sheet and profit and loss statement problem sa accountancy yun. Sa management, when I I used to be a service crew for Dunkin' Donuts, and then I was promoted up to higher position. So for my managerial exam, it was just abstract, and then math and logic and psychological exam. So yun yung mga nakuha ko as sa management side naman. So I'm not really sure now what is the trend, or what kinds of exams are for the management side or accounting side. For education, my mom used to be a teacher. I think they'll give you a topic, and you're supposed to prepare a 10-minute lesson plan, and then you present the lesson. I think that's for the teachers naman. For engineering and for the others, I'm very sorry, I don't have any information on the technical exam. But the question here is, how prepared are you for your technical exam? One, you have to go back to basics. Go back to basics. These are very important because most of the time they will be asking you the basics. And then keep abreast of the latest trends, because they might ask you also about the latest trends. They can also ask you to define terminologies. Okay, so be prepared to answer the basic. Huwag naman kayo masyadong mag-cramming. Ayan, baka bigla kayo mag-mental break, mag-breakdown, o kaya mental shock or ma-shock sa interview ninyo. Just review, casual reading. Okay? Now, for technical exams sa mga CSIT, IM, okay, are you familiar with this? Ano ang lalabas dito sa problem na to? I'm sure meron kayo nito. Can I see an answer sa chat box? Anong lalabas dyan sa mga CSIT? Hello world, oo. Dapat talaga alam niyo yan. Kasi ako rin yan yung una kong natutunan sa Hello World sa Java. Okay? Yan. So, ito naman. Ay, nakita nyo na yung output. Ayan. So, ang output naman yan is sum is 15. O, ito na lang ha. Para sa mga ano to. IT din. May output na rin pala. Okay, so if you're going to look at this technical exam, they might ask you to code, to do a coding, right? So these are very basic codes. You are expected to at least know this, because pang ano to, entry level, it would measure your understanding of how the codes work, or of how the code will be run. So they can ask you these questions at technical exam. And then they can also ask you to explain. May C programming, yes, meron din mga C programming. If you're going to apply sa company na merong C programming, they will also ask you to they could probably ask you to program using C programming. So depending on the technical exam depends on the skill set that the company is using. Okay, the skill set. So the question here is, have you reviewed your basics? Okay, if they ask you to define what is a class, what is the purpose of an if-else statement? What is the purpose of a comma or a backslash asterisk? What is that used for? They could ask you to explain that, and they could also ask you to explain your code. All right. So for those who are going to have technical exam, be prepared with the basics. Go to YouTube, Udemy, Coursera. May mga free courses dyan on how to practice, or on sample programs that you can practice with. Try to do that, okay? Because the technical exam is also critical. Marami ng companies ang nagbibigay ng technical exam. Okay? All right. So, any questions so far sa inyong mga, sa inyo? Ma'am Jane, how many minutes do I still have?
Ma'am, ano pa? Meron ka pang 30 minutes.
30?
Yes, ma'am.
Meron pang 30 minutes. Okay, so I'll give first 5 minutes to everybody. If you have questions about, let's go first with the resume. Do you have questions about the resume? Send it sa chat box. Before I go further with the cover letter. Wale, no questions about the resume? Okay, so I'll just discuss siguro frequently asked questions. Yung isang question that I'm usually asked is, will we put our seminars, webinars, or training? So the question there is, if if it is a boot camp or if it is a training for 3 days, 1 week, yan ang ilagay ninyo. And if it is relevant to the position that you're applying for. But if it is not, leave space for more important details about you guys. Okay? How about sa interview? Meron bang questions sa interview? Ako po. Okay, yes. Vince. Si Vince ba yung nagsabi ako po? Vince, what's your question? Okay. Okay. So let's go for, wala pa si Vince. So let's go to the other question. If po ba walang certificate na mapaprovide na sumali sa webinar, should we include it? My advice is not to put your webinars and seminars at the first page. If you still want to put it, you can put it at the second page. So if there's no certificate, it is okay. But what information will you put? Do not put already the complete address of the venue. I'd rather you put the date of the seminar or webinar, and then the title, and then that's it. Okay, the date and the title of the webinar or seminar. And then arrange it to the latest. Do not include seminars or webinars that have already been conducted like 2019. Ang mas maganda ilagay nyo 2020, 21, 22. And then if it is a webinar related or seminar related to the position you're applying for, then you can put it. All right. But again, put your webinars and seminar certificates or list at the second page, not at the first page. Okay. Next would be I'm sorry, I cannot see. Where do I see the raised hands? But pwede po bang walang technical exam? I don't know. It depends on the company, but 99% of companies, they give technical exam. Right? It's a requisite. First would be the initial interview, technical exam, and then technical interview. Unfortunately, there are a lot of companies who conduct technical exams. So, hindi natin kayang iwasan yun. Okay, wala na? All right, next. You're very much welcome. Okay, so let's talk naman now about the cover letter. All right, how many of you have made a cover letter? Can I see number 4 sa chat box? Sa mga nakagawa na ng cover letter. Okay, so I see already 1, 2, 1 and 2. Oh, nice. Okay, so can we have Angelo? Angelo, hello. Can I ask you some questions? Angelo, Noel, Manuel pala. Baka maraming Angelo dito. Sorry. Angelo, Noel, Manuel. Hello? Hindi at ako narinig ni Angelo. Okay, let's go with the other one who has already experienced creating a cover letter. Josley, very unique name. Josley Gibang. Hello, Josley. Josley. Okay, so siguro nahihiya pa sila. I understand why you are still shy to talk about or to discuss the cover letter. Kasi hindi lahat ng companies ay humihingi ng cover letter. But at the same time, this is not very common kasi dito sa Philippines, yung tungkol sa cover letter. But then, the cover letter is important because it also shows what are your selling points in a very short letter. Yan. Before your resume, meron yung mga nagsasabi na mag-send in ng cover letter. Meron din naman yung nagsasabi na if you send your resume via email, make sure naman na meron introduction, hindi lang yung hi, please see below. Okay? So, may mga nag-send sa amin ng resume na ganun lang yung linagay sa email. Hi, please see below. Yan. So, wala man lang introduction. Parang lang kung nanliligaw kayo, di ba? Pwede, tatanungin nyo ba kaagad na tara, labas tayo, ganon. Hindi naman, di ba? You need to introduce yourself pa. Correct? But meron yung mga nag-send ng resume dati that they just put in the email, hi, please see below. Yan yung sinabi lang na So, kami, parang, anong nangyari? Bakit may ganon? Bakit ganon lang yung sinabi ni applicant? So, nakakalungkot kasi sana may konting introduction man lang yung kanilang ginawa. Okay? So, for that, let me share quickly with you. Okay, if you can see my screen, so what is the purpose of the cover letter? The cover letter comes with the resume. It conveys your personality. It introduces you. And it gives an example of relevant accomplishments. And it also calls to action the company. So this is the purpose of the cover letter. If you haven't made it one yet, then I will be more than willing to guide you on how to create one. There are companies now, especially if you are applying for overseas, they will be asking you to submit a cover letter. Is it different from letter of intent? There's a very fine line between a cover letter and a letter of intent, but it contains the following, the same information also. All right? So example, remember that the must-dos, you have to research about the company before creating your cover letter. It has to be new content, not what's in the resume, but new content. So, meron yung ang hirap nito, ma'am, kasi yung accomplishments ko, yun din yung nasa resume ko, nandun din sa cover letter ko eh. So, anong gagawin ko? Then choose your most relevant accomplishments. And then when you put it in your cover letter, make it sound like it is an accomplishment when you put it in your cover letter. How will you do that? Let's talk. Ang hirap siya i-explain dito. All right. And then the cover letter will discuss your skills and then review your cover letter. Okay. So this is an example of a cover letter. Again, sorry, this is patterned after an IT resume. So my fulfilling accomplishments as a junior computer science student are in the areas of hardware and software development, project management, and organizational activities. So pwede ninyong palitan yan. Ano ba yung accomplishment mo? Saan ka maraming accomplishments? Sa projects ba? Sa organizational activities? Okay. In consideration of blank internship program, pwede to for intern, I'm confident I would make valuable addition to your team. My resume reflects 3 years of my passion for programming using blah, 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 blah. So pwede ninyong gamitin ito na the next line will show yung skills nyo talaga na relevant sa company that you also possess. Okay? And then, next would be the highlights of your activities. So you can highlight a back-end development project, a commitment to deliver, yung example mo, active participation mo sa organization, kung ano man yung project na nagawa mo. And then your personality, you have a strong drive to resolve problems, make people feel valued and cared for. So, nandyan yung mga personality mo. Okay, yung personality mo or characteristics. And then, next would be your call to action. Ito yung call to action na sinasabi natin na you're asking for an interview or you've given also your email and your phone number and then you're also telling them na magpa-follow up ka if in case na meron mga questions or merong answers. Okay? So, answers or questions rather.
Parang wala mag-
yes, meron mali. All right. So next would be to go out of how do you market yourself? Syempre, go out of your comfort zone. Take a leap of faith. All right? So yan ang inyong yan ang inyong mga dapat na steps na kailangan ninyong gawin sa inyong. Okay, what is the difference between cover letter and resume? All right. Alam niyo meron din tayong sinasabi na CV, meron yung resume, meron yung cover letter. In international standards or international field, the CV is composed of 5 to 10 pages because it includes all details like the year, kasama na yan yung elementary, high school, college, vocational. Yan ang CV. Ganon siya kahaba. 5 to 10 pages or even more. Okay, we have the resume. The resume is only, ideally, it should be 1 pager for entry levels, meaning college graduates or those who are starting their career. 2 pages for if your experience is 3 to 5 years. And then 3 pages if your experience is 5 years and up. So yan ang standard international rule ng resume writing. Okay. Ang cover letter is attached to the resume. It just gives a peek of what is inside the resume. It is an introduction to the company. Kasi sa international, I forgot to mention that I am a resume writer for international clients, particularly US and Canada. I've been writing for them since 2003. Sideline ko yan nung college. On the side, I was a resume writer. Sa gabi yun, night shift kasi ang clients ko morning sa US noon, di ba? So, night shift ako as a resume writer. So, ang cover letter sa kanila, pag nag-submit ka ng resume, merong cover letter at saka merong resume. Partner yan lagi. Hindi sila nagsasubmit ng resume lang. Unlike dito sa Philippines that we submit resume only. Bihira yung nagtatanong ng humihingi ng cover letter. Okay? Sa internship, they usually ask you letter of intent. So the letter of intent naman, of course, your intent to apply, and then just a few of the skill set that you have for the internship. Yan. Sa cover letter naman, accomplishments yon. No major accomplishments, the skill set that you have, the personality or your characteristic, or yung tinatawag natin transferable skills. Yung transferable skills, ito yung skills na kahit anong industry, dapat meron ka. Like what? Decision making, time management, adaptability or flexibility, ability to be trained or fast learner. What else? Yun. Feel mo ako na mental block. So, apat yun. You have your transferable skills. Yan. So, lahat, across industry, dapat meron, lahat ng, kahit anong industry yung pasukan mo, meron kayong mga tinatawag na transferable skills. Okay? Yan. So, any other questions? I hope that I answered your question. If of course for your free resume advice, or if you want to schedule a mock interview for free, don't worry. Send me an email at terrasystemhrd@gmail.com. I'm not sure how many minutes I have more, but if you have questions, then please feel free to send in the chat box or raise your hand.
Mukhang wala sila ng tanong, ma'am.
Okay.
Apo, guys, may tanong pa ba kayo kay Ma'am Reggie? You can ask questions po habang free. Okay, so most of our students po is, yung iba po sa kanila is first year students and second year students, but we also do have students na nasa currently third year or fourth year. So,
okay. Sayang sa first, I didn't know na meron mga first years and second years. Pero may minutes pa ba ako, Ma'am Jane?
Meron pa naman, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are for the first years and second years naman. For first year, second years, and third years, no? As early as now, you should already start to make your portfolio. Okay? Ito yung sinasabi natin. Start making a journal, list down your accomplishments, list down your projects habang maaga. Ngayon pa lang ilista na ninyo, isulat na ninyo. And habang maaga, write down already your strengths and your weaknesses. With your weaknesses, you have your to-do list. How are you going to improve on this? Will you take a project? Will you take on additional courses? How will you practice para yung weakness mo maging strength mo? Okay, habang maaga, wag niyo na antayin na fourth year na kayo, no? Tapos saka pa lang kayo magpa-practice or maglilista ng mga ng mga accomplishments ninyo or ng strengths and weaknesses ninyo. Okay, says here, is it fine to apply internship while first year in summer? I'm not sure if your school will allow you to apply for internship on your first year, but for us, it would be better if you will apply during your third year or fourth year. Kasi yung trends, industry trends ng industry to where you belong is already changes fast. So the trend that you have learned or you have experienced during your first year would be totally different during your third or fourth year. So for you to be more updated, then have your internship during your third or fourth year. At least hindi nalalayo yung industry trends or industry skill set na matututunan mo sa internship mo. That's the purpose of your internship. It will give you a peek of the industry that you will be belonging to. It will make you realize, am I really for this industry or not? Okay, so I would strongly suggest have your internship during your third year, second sem, or fourth year first or second sem. It depends on you guys. But I'm not sure also if your school will allow you to have your internship the first year. But for me, I would advise you to have your internship during your third year, second sem, fourth year. Or if you're five-year course kayo, then fourth year, fifth year. Okay? So going back to the first years and second years and third years, if you start building your portfolio, especially those who have in the creative arts or those architecture naman, make your portfolio already. Start making that. Sa engineering, yung mga plates ata ninyo, blueprints, I'm not sure if it applies to all engineering courses. Sa mga IT, yung mga projects ninyo na relevant naman, or yung mga systems or applications na na-create ninyo. Sa management would be, I think you have your industry studies, and then if you are able to, ano man ginawa ko sa management? Ano lang yung sa akin mo sa management? Feasibility study. Yun lang yung maano ko sa ano. But my experience kasi, when before I applied, I started already service crew kasi. So from service crew, I worked my way up as to restaurant manager level 2. So from service, naging internal yung promotion ko nun. So yun yung experience ko kasi as management. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Lunchtime na.
So, mukhang wala na, ma'am. Mukhang malinaw na. Guys, can you give a heart emoticons to Ma'am Reggie? Ayan, ma'am. Gising pa naman lahat sila.
I hope you had you were able to gain some good information that you can use for the next first, second, third, fourth year. Lalo na sa mga first and second years, you're at the discovery stage. Kayo yung dito ba talaga ako? Ito ba talaga ang gusto ko? I know some of you already have enrolled because yun ang sabi ni nanay o ni tatay, pero hindi yun yung puso nyo. Diba? Pero try to love the course. But then if it's not really for you, then have a heart-to-heart talk. Sabay ganun dun yung advice sa kanila. Ano. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Meron din tayong, actually, marami tayong participants ngayon sa ating PUP stream, sa PUP Career Center Facebook page. So,
meron ba po bang from San Pedro, Laguna? Di ba may PUP San Pedro po?
Yes, ma'am. May PUP San Pedro po. Actually, ma'am, marami tayo ngayon. We do have hanggang PUP Ragay.
Oh, awesome. I'm from San Pedro.
Mulanay.
In San Pedro. So, hello sa mga PUP San Pedro.
Opo, marami po tayo ngayon, ma'am. Marami rin pong nasa Facebook Live natin. We do have from... Okay, wait. Tingnan natin. Isa-isahin natin sila. Actually, ma'am, sumasagot sila doon. Ma'am, it's a great learning there. May natutunan daw po siya. Meron din po tayong nanonood mula sa QSU, Covarrubias Campus.
Oh.
So, nasa Facebook Live po kasi, ma'am, tayo. Naka-live po tayo ngayon sa PUP Career Center Facebook page. So, madami rin tayong manonood at marami tayong sumusubaybay sa ating Facebook page. Okay, so in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, Ma'am Reggie, Terra System, maraming salamat in imparting your knowledge to our KAISCO and KAISCA. At hindi lang pala KAISCO and KAISCA ang meron tayo ngayon. Meron tayong mga participants outside PUP. Meron din po tayong mga participants na hindi taga PUP. Lalo na sa ating Facebook Live. So, I hope may natutunan kayo. Guys, may natutunan ba kayo? Can you type number 3 kung may natutunan kayo mula sa ating event today? O yan, mukhang marami tayong natutunan
Morning.
for this event. So, Ma'am Reggie, I hope to see you soon and I hope to see you again on our next event. So guys, later, ng mga 1 o'clock, meron pa tayong afternoon session para naman sa ibang topic at sa ibang industry sponsor. We will be having Paireto and Paxet later. So may mga i-discuss din po silang career development topic. So maraming salamat Ma'am Reggie, maraming salamat
Thank you.
System, and Kaisko and Kaiska are PUPians from all over Luzon mula sa PUP Ragay, ang layo nun So PUP Ragay, PUP Mulanay, PUP San Pedro, Santa Rosa, Cabiao, Mulanay, OUS, Parañaque, San Juan, Santa Rosa, Onisan, Alfonso. We also do have from PUP Alfonso. Maraming salamat guys and taking your time off and joining on this career development webinar. So in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma, and I'll see you later for this career development webinar afternoon session, and arigato gozaimasu guys. So guys, ang ating not pambansa, ang ating himno ng PUP. Saglit lang. At ating wait. Okay, so, ito na po.
Ikaw taglay, PUP aming